Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 season is on the air. Today's date is June 26, 1980. We are at San Diego Stadium for a National League West matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. The Giants come into this game a record of 38-30, and they are right now 7 games back of the Houston Astros. They are in second place. The Padres at 32-38, and they are right now in last place in the National League West, but they're really not that far back. They're only 6 games under 500, and so still a long way to go yet for both teams as the Giants continue to try to chase the Astros in the NL West, and the Padres trying to get back to 500. We still got half a baseball season to go, so anything yet can happen tonight. Ben Whitson is first to join us here at San Diego Stadium. The Giants historically won this game in a pitcher's duel, 2-1. The Giants had 5 hits and no errors. The Padres had 7 hits and an error. But we'll see what happens tonight. As usual, Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. So, without further ado, it is time to play some baseball here for Tuesday night. And let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres tonight is Steve Mura. I really don't know much about him. 8 wins, 7 losses, 2 saves, a 3.68 ERA. We are at San Diego Stadium, definitely a pitcher's park, and even worse for left-handed hitters, a -1. Okay, adjustment, -1 to walks, +1 to strikeouts. No adjustment for the right side. So definitely here. So definitely a pitcher's park here. No chance of robbing any home runs. Okay, so not many home runs hit there in 1980. So everyone is set and ready to go. And yes, shout out for 1964 for Chris Davis. Yes, he is excellent. So let's play some baseball here. The Giants and the Padres, a big matchup in the NL West, as Jimmy Jam joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Giants, center fielder Bill North, 251 average, a homer, 19 RBIs, and 80. We're going to use brown, white, and yellow dice. Giant Padres are the home team, and let's get right to it here for the Friars. Mura, 6'6", against the switch left, it's a blank. North, 2-2, ground out to shortstop. That'll be handled by the Wizard of Oz. And Ozzie Smith will toss it over for out number 1. Next up, the second baseman, Joe Strain, 286 average, 16 RBIs that year. Mura, 6'8", strikeout 9, that will miss. Strain, 8-1, that's a base hit. He'll hit that one past short. And the Giants will get their first base runner of the game. Here comes the right fielder, Jack Clark. I put him in the Hall of Very Good. He was a hell of a home run hitter, too. 284 average, 22 homers, 82 RBIs. Jack Clark definitely will swing hard. Infield is that double play. Your wallet is definitely little, I see. Strategy roll, Strain will stay where he is. Mura, 8-5, error on a booted ball. Clark, 3-4. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Mr. May will go ahead and make that catch, and that would happen to be Mr. Winfield, 2 down. And the next batter is the third baseman, Darrell Evans, 264 average, 20 homers, 78 RBIs that year. Strain he'll stay put. Mura, 4-3, walk, and that will be ball 4 on a 5. So he will walk Evans, and now runners at first and second here for the G-men. First walk given up by Mura. He had 82 of them in 80, so he can be a little wild. Michael Peterson joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Next batter is the first baseman, Rich Murray. 216 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. Getting 2025 season, as you should. Nothing on the 15. Mura, 3-8 walk. That's ball 4, and Mura will walk another batter. So now bases are loaded here as he will walk Murray. That is the second walk given up by Mura. And now we'll see the catcher, Milt May. 260 average, 6 homers, 50 RBIs that year. Clean baseball fan joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 13. You ordered 1952 and 1985, as you should. That 1985 season by Stratomatic should sell pretty well. That is a favorite of many a baseball replayer. Of course, I've already done that year, an inside pitch. Mura, 5-7, strikeout, and he will get May, and that'll retire the side. First strikeout from Mura. He had 109 of them that year. No runs, 1 hit, a couple of walks. And they strand the bases loaded, and they can't do anything with it, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Remember, I did do the 1985 season here on the network. That was a part payoff pitch, and then that's when I switched to inside pitch. Cutter Historical joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants is Ed Whitson. 11 wins, 13 losses, a 3.10 ERA in 80. He will get the call tonight. Leading off for the Padres, left fielder Gene Richards. 301 average, 4 homers, 41 RBIs that year. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 6-7, strikeout, 12 will be too high. Richards, 1-1, grounder to second base. Easy play for Joe Strain. And he will toss it over for the out. That'll bring up the shortstop, the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith, Hall of Famer. Maybe the greatest fielding shortstop of all time. 230 average, though 35 RBIs. No power, had no home runs that year. Whitson, 2-7, walk, and that 6 will be ball 4. He'll walk him. Whitson had 49 walks in 80, and that will be his first of the game. And here's a no-doubt Hall of Famer here. Right fielder, Mr. May, Dave Winfield. 276 average, 20 homers, 87 RBIs. I have no problem with him being in the Hall. Smith had a number of stolen bases, and he does not go. He is held. Whitson will pitch. Whitson, 2-8. That's an automatic out, and that's going to be a fly to center field. Getting to that will be Bill North. They'll travel a little south to go ahead and make the catch, but that's out number 2. And now the first baseman, Willie Montanez, 272 average, 6 homers, 64 RBIs that year. Anything for Smith? Yes, this time he gets the jump, and I'm sending him. He had 57 steals. 16, nothing from Whitson, and May is a 0. A 1-16, Smith is safe. And he just got under the tag on a 15. So Ozzie Smith will steal the base. First stolen base for Smith. And we will see if he tries to go to third. I don't think he will, and he won't. Smith will stay put. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 8-7. And against the lefty, that will be a base hit. That'll be a single, and that is going to be a single pass short. Ozzie Smith with good speed. That should get him around, and it will. Smith will come around. He will score, and the Padres get the first run of the game. It's 1-0. Single for Montanez, an RBI single. Smith will come in to score. So the stolen base definitely helps the Padres. As again, you just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat and those bland blue and red cards. Next up is the center fielder, Jerry Mumphrey. I thought Mumphrey was a steady player. 298 average, 4 homers, 59 RBIs. Montanez on at first. And a strategy roll. Not really a threat. He won't. Whitson, 5-6 against a switch left. That is a blank. Mumphrey, 1-7. And that's a grounder to short. Easily played there by Johnny LeMaster. And he's going to throw to second to go ahead. Actually, he's going to tag second base and force out Montanez on his own since Montanez is mud. And that'll retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and a walk. And the Padres grabbed a quick 1-0 lead here after 1. We go to the top of the second. And leading off for the G-Men will be the left fielder, Larry Herndon. 258 average, 8 homers, 49 RBIs, and 80. Mura, 7-2, hit by pitch, +1. Herndon will become a 3. The 4 is too high. He just missed him. Herndon, 6-4, and it'll be a fly to right. Easy play there for Winfield, 1 down. Here's the shortstop, Johnny LeMaster. 215 average, 3 homers, 31 RBIs. Yes, Herndon I felt was better as a Tiger. Mura, 6-5, strikeout 11, cold strike 3, got him. LeMaster's a 10, but +1 makes him an 11, and that is an 11. Mura will get him. Second strikeout for Mura. LeMaster should have swung at that one. And now we'll see the pitcher, Ed Whitson. He uses hitting card number 3. Mura will pitch. Mura, 2-5, strikeout 20. And, yep, he will get him. Whitson's a 21. But even if it wasn't that, that's an 18-20 on the card. And that would be an automatic strikeout. And that's where Whitson's going to do. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The inning is over. Third strikeout for Mura. And 1, 2, 3. Go the G-Men. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Friars will be Tim Flannery. He is at third base tonight. 240 average, no homers, 25 RBIs that year. Whitson, 4-8, hit by pitch, +1, which will make Flannery a 1. 20 is too high. Flannery, 5-5, and against a righty, it'll be a base hit. Flannery will get a single past second, so he gets on base anyway. That'll bring up the catcher, Gene Tennis, 222 average, 17 homers, 50 RBIs. Not great at the plate, a little bit of power, but not a bad catcher. Infield is at double play. Nobody out here. Strategy roll for Flannery. I doubt he'll do anything, and he won't. Whitson, 3-6. It's a blank. Tennis, 8-1. And that is a fly to center field. Bill North will move a little bit to his west to make the catch. 2 down. 1 out, actually. Here's the second baseman, Dave Cash. 227 average, a homer, 23 RBIs and 80. Anything for Flannery? He stays put. Whitson, 6-6, strikeout 5. That will just miss. Cash, 8-2, grounder to second base. That's a 10. Hit to second, +1 is an 11. Eddie Whitson, -1 brings it back to a 10. And because of that, it's going to be a fielder's choice. Flannery will be out at second. Cash will be at first, 2 down. Because Whitson is a -1, they did not get the double play. And that's how close it can get in this when it comes to that. So a fielder's choice for Cash. And that will bring up the pitcher, Ed Whitson. He uses Steve Mura. He uses hit card number 5. He can hit the ball a little bit, but he does strike out. As JAA joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Strategy roll, that is a 1. Cash gets the jump, 11-0, and May a 0. He had 6 stolen bases. He got the pitcher at bat. He's got the pitcher at bat. He's not a bad hitter. He uses hit card 5. His 11 would only be 11. Nah. Whitson will pitch. Whitson, 7-4, blank. Mura, a 2-3. That's a ground out to second. That'll be easily played by Strain. And Strain will throw to first to get Mura. And that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Friars. 1-0 after 2. And that's why I agreed with Ben Witz on that. We go to the third. Top of the order for the Giants. Here's Bill North. He's 0 for 1. 1-0 Padres. Padres 6 games under 500, trying to get back to there. Giants trying to chase down the Astros. I don't think anyone's going to get them. Mura, 8-6 against a switch left. It's a blank. North, 7-6. That's a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Dave Cash. And Cash will throw it over for out number 1. But remember, though, remember, I have expanded playoffs, so top 3 teams each division does make the postseason, but they must have winning records. Here's Strain. Strain got a single his first time up. Mura, 8-6 against the righties. That will be an automatic out, and that will be a fly to center field. An easy play there for Jerry Mumphrey. 2 down. And now here's Clark. Clark is 0 for 1. When I have 4 divisions, I use the top 3 teams each division. When I have the 6 divisions, I use the top 2 teams each division. When I only have the single leagues, it'll only be the top 4 teams in each league. It will not be a wild card series from 1960 and earlier. Mura will pitch. Mura, 8-4. That's a blank. Clark, a 3-3, and that's a ground ball to third base handled by Flannery. And Flannery will take it and toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the G-men. We go to the bottom of the third. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at San Diego Stadium. What, no 35 and 47 team making the playoffs? Nah, not quite. Here's Gene Richards, the lead off for the Friars. He's 0 for 1. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 8-7 against the lefties. That'll be a base hit, and that's going to be a single pass short. Whitson gives up a few more hits against lefties, and Richards will have himself a single. That's his first hit of the game. And now the Wizard of Oz, he walked his first time up, infield double play. Richards, not really, he had 61 steals. That is a 4, and I'm sending him. 16, he gets the jump. 16-0, and May is a 0. A 1-16, Richards is safe. And he is. Richards will steal second base. That's his first steal of the game. And we'll redo the strat. Takes away the double play. And that is a 15. And Smith gets the hit and run, but not with a runner on second. Whitson will pitch. Whitson, 8-1 against the switch left. It's a blank. Ozzie, 3-1. That's a line drive right to first. That's out number 1. That's a 4. And is Richards going to be doubled off? And the answer is no. It would have to be an 11 or 12 for Richards to be doubled off a second base on a liner to first. So line out to first base. Richards does get back, 1 down. Here's Mr. May. Winfield is 0 for 1. 1 out. Richards on at second. Strategy roll keeps him there. Whitson, an 8-6, an error foul grounder at the park. San Diego Stadium, 7-8. And that's going to be a base hit right past the pitcher. That'll be a single past the pitcher. There won't be an error. Richards, let's see, I think he does score, and yes, he will. Richards will come around from third. Richards will score. It's an RBI single for Winfield. It's 2-0 Friars. Stadium cheers. Yay! That's the second time an early stolen base, has allowed a Padre runner to score. Once again, You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Winfield on at first. The batter now is Montanez. Montanez got a base hit his first time up. Infield back to double play, but now 2-0 in favor of the Padres. Is Winfield going anywhere? No. Montanez gets the hit and run, but he'll swing away. Whitson, 5-8, walk. 16 will miss. Montanez, 5-7. That's a fly to left. Easy play for Herndon. And Herndon will get it and get back to out number 2. And now here's Mumphrey. Mumphrey's 0 for 1. Winfield on at first, and he will stay. He actually gets the jump. 15-0 and Maya 0. Why not? A 1-5 Winfield going to try to steal. He had 23 steals. A 1-15, he is safe. And he is. Winfield will steal. And Ed Whitson's got to get being tired of all these guys stealing bases on him. That is the 3rd stolen base for the Padres in the game. And we will re-roll the strat. And this time Winfield stays put. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 4-1. It's a blank. Mumphrey, 3-6. And not this time. That's a fly to center field. Bill North will get to it and put it away. 1 run, 2 hits. 2 stolen bases. But right now, the Padres have a 2-0 lead after a 2-0 lead after 3. I think we should name the Thieves. Top of the 4th, and Darrell Evans leads off for the Giants. He walked his first time up. Mura, 3-1 against the lefty. It's a switch left. Just a lefty. It's a blank. Evans, 5-4, and that's a ground ball to short, handled by the Wizard of Oz. And he will make it look easy and throw it over. Next up is Murray. Murray walked his first time up. Pitch from Mura. Mura, 3-8, walk, 10. That will miss. Murray is a 9. -1 makes him an 8. Murray, 8-5, and against the righty, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. High fly ball to right. Going back for that is Winfield. He is at the track. He will make the catch near the wall, and that is out number 2. So 2 outs. Here's May. May struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Mura can pitch to 28, by the way, and Whitson to 27. Mura will deal. Mura, 7-4. Walk, 11 is high. May, 1-6, and against the righty, he'll keep the inning going. That'll be a single past second. And that is a hit for the Giants. Only the second hit of the game for them. And it will bring up Herndon. Herndon 0 for 1. May not a threat to do anything, and he won't. Mura will pitch. Mura, 2-1, walk. That's ball 4. So now Mura walks Herndon, and now the Giants have got something going on here with 2 outs in the 4th. That is the 3rd walk by Mura, and it brings up a chance for LeMaster. LeMaster is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Mura will deal. Mura, 3-2 against the righty. Strikeout. That'll be too high. LeMaster, 1-1. It's flied to left field. It'll stay in the park. Easy play for Gene Richards. And Mura will get out of the jam. No runs, a hit, and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Padres, the Giants historically won this game 2-1. So again, we got a low-scoring game here. As the lovely Barbara joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Leading off for the Padres will be Tim Flannery. He got a single his first time up. Whitson will deal. 3-5, that's a blank. Flannery, 6-8, and against the righty, it's a base hit. He'll sling that one past second, and the Padres will get another hit. Second hit of the game for Flannery. The next batter is Tennis. Tennis is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. David Vega joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Whitson, 3-1 against a righty. Strikeout and just got him. He'll strike out Tennis. And that is only the first strikeout for Whitson. He had 90 of them in 80. That's all he'll get. 1 down. Here's Cash Me Outside. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll for Flannery. He stays put. Whitson, 6-2. Strikeout 13. That's high. Cash, 3-3. And that's pumped up to second base. That's going to be called for by Strain. And he says he's got it for the second out. Next batter is Mura. He uses hit card number 5. He's 0 for 1. Flannery stays put. Whitson, 1-1. That's a blank, but that's set. But that's a 17. We go right to Mura's card. 15-20. That will fall in there. That will be a strikeout, and the inning will be over there. Second strikeout for Whitson. No runs and a hit. The Padres lead 2-0 after 4. We go to the 5th. And leading off for the Giants will be Ed Whitson. Uses hit card number 3. And he is 0 for 1. Pitch from Mura. 4-2. Walk. 11 is going to be too high. Whitson, a 5-7. And he grounds one weakly to second. Easy play for Cash. And Cash will throw it over for the out. Here's North. North is 0 for 2. Mura with the deal. Mura, 6-3. It's a blank. North, 7-2. Base hit. Slaps that one pass short. And North has his first hit of the game. Single for North. It'll bring up Strain. Strain is 1 for 2. Infield double play depth. North at 45 steals. And that's a 16. And Strain gets called for the hit and run. He had no home runs. I'm going to do it. Hit and run is on. Mura, 2-8. Strikeout, 16 will miss. Strain, a 7-1. And that's going to be a base hit pass short. North will make third easily with that speed of his. When you add a hit and run, the base running rating goes plus add 3 becomes an 8. North will make it to third, and Strain has a great hit and run. Once the hit and run is once again done here perfectly on RJL Network. You don't see hit and runs on that other channel with the Fluffy Cat. Is that right, Ben? We don't see hit and runs on that other one, right? So now runners at the corners and 1 out. And now here's Clark. Clark is 0 for 2. Clark does ground into some double plays. I'm going to call the corners in. So if it's hit the first or third, the play will be at the plate. Second or short, they'll try to double play. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Mura. 3-4. Well, that won't matter what position they're in because that won't matter what position that is because a 3-4 is a possible home run, and Clark against righties, well, it really does. It's just not going to stay in the park. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Jack Clark. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A 3-run bomb by Jack Clark as Mura, and it doesn't. And Mark Clark is a righty. There's no adjustment from the right side. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because he got the exclamation point, and that nothing is adjusted from that. He pitches Clark an absolute meatball, and he turns that into lasagna. 3-2 Giants. Giants will take a 3-2 lead on a big-time blast by Mura. That was a bad pitch. And now the batter is Evans. Evans is 0 for 1 with a walk. Still one out here top of the fifth. But now the Giants have a 3-2 lead. Pitch from Mura. 6-5. Strikeout. He'll get Evans. And that is the fourth strikeout from Mura. 2 down. And we'll now bring up Murray. Murray is 0 for 1 with a walk. Did someone order an Earl Weaver special? Mura with the pitch. 6-7. Range play at the park. San Diego Stadium. 8-8. It's a ground ball to third. And that ball is hit to Tim Flannery. His range is a 3. And that's an 8. He's still going to make the play since he's a home team. Great play there by Flannery. He gets it. Throws to first, and the side is retired. And the side is retired. Great play by Flannery. 3 runs, 3 hits, a 3-run bomb by Jack Clark. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. Tim Flannery, because I roll an 8, range play rolls of 8 are good, successful for the home team. And that actually is a pretty, you know what? That's almost, I sometimes think that might be a little too much of a home field advantage sometimes for the home team. I sometimes think it's a little too much of one. Pretty much that means anytime a range play comes up for the home team, they have at least a 2 out of 8 chance of making the play. At least. They cannot do worse than that. Here's Gene Richards leading off for the Friars. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. Whitson now has a lead. Let's see what he does with it. Whitson, 5-1, error on a throw. Richards, 4-4. That's a grounder to second base. That ball is at the strain. His error rating is a 3. That's a 4. He bobbles it, throws a little high, but Murray's going to come down with it, and that'll be out number 1. Then it will be an out. Wow, just missed it. Strain's error rating is a 3, and that is a 4. He almost made an error. Here's the Wizard of Oz. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 4-8. Hit by pitch, +1. Yep. Smith is a 9, +1 makes him a 10. That's a 3. Plunk, ouch. Smith will head to first on hit batter. First hit batter of the game. And now the batter is Winfield. Winfield 1 for 2 with a single. Infield double play. Smith, of course, is a thief. And that is a 16, though. He does not get the jump. Whitson holds him. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 6-3. Pickoff, 18. No, that's going to be too high. Winfield, but now we go to the park. San Diego Stadium, 8-2, and it's a blank. We have a rare play. Rare plays, Menon. We go to the rare play chart, and let's see what we have. And that is a 188. And 188. Single to left field, where lead runner makes hard turn drawing throw. Check left fielder for error on a throw. All right, so we already know that Smith is already at second. Winfield's on at first. So check left fielder for error on a throw. Left fielder for the Padres is Richards. His error rating is a 7. That's a 12. He will not make an error. If no error, everyone holds. And that's it. And that's it. So no error, everyone holds. So a good throw by Gene Richards to prevent everyone from advancing. And Smith holds at second base, and that will be it. That just goes as a single. And Winfield has a second hit of the game. It will now bring up Montanez. Montanez is 1 for 2. Still one out here in the bottom of the fifth. Giants lead 3-2. Strategy roll on the bases. That is a 2. Smith just misses a chance to get to third. I probably would have sent him, but he'll stay put. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 5-2. It's a blank. Montanez, 6-3. Fly ball right field. Getting to that will be Jack Clark, out number 2. The Smith take third. That's a 5-7, and that's a 5-7. Holds if the arm rating in right field is a 7, and Clark has an arm rating of 7, and Clark rifles it into the infield, and Smith has to hold. Wow. So Smith holds only if it's an arm rating of 7, a 5-7, and Clark has an arm rating of 7. He stays put. So Ozzie can't take third. Here comes Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 0 for 2. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 2-8. That's an automatic out. It'll be a ground ball to short. Picked up there by LeMaster, and he is going to throw. He's going to throw to second to get Winfield, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, a hit batter, but that is all for the Padres. And 2 runners on, but they can't get it. Still 3-2 Giants after 5. Clark threw back his home run ball to keep Smith at second, probably. We go to the top of the 6th. By the way, no chance of robbing home runs at San Diego Stadium. All the walls are too high. Milton May leads off for the G-Men, 1 for 2 with a single. Mura, 8-1. It's a blank. May, 1-1. That's a fly to left field. And Gene Richards will wind up making that play, 1 down. Next batter is Herndon. Herndon is 0 for 1 with a walk. Mura will pitch. Mura, 4-2. Walk. 17 will be too high. Herndon, 7-4. It's a base hit. Herndon hits that one into center. And the man on base for the G-Men. And it will bring up LeMaster. LeMaster is 0 for 2. Infield set for double play. Herndon had 8 steals. And he is not going anywhere. LeMaster does get the bunt, but with the pitcher coming up, you're not bunting. And Ed Whitson is probably going to swing. I'm probably going to let him bat here. So Mura will pitch. Mura, 6-8, strikeout, and got him. He'll get LeMaster on a K. And that is the 5th strikeout from Mura, 2 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Ed Whitson, using hit card number 3. And he'll bat. Nothing going on there for Herndon. And he will stay put. Mura, 5-8. That's a walk, but the 17 is too high. Whitson, 4-6. And that's a fly to right field. An easy play from Mr. May. Winfield comes down with it to end the inning. No runs and a hit. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tim Flannery leads off for the Friars. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles tonight. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 5-6. Against the lefty, that is a blank. Flannery, 5-3. And that's flied to right. Jack Clark will get to that. And that's first out. Next batter is Tennis. Tennis is 0 for 2. Whitson, 1-6, wild pitch. It's a blank. Tennis, 4-8. That's a grounder to third base. Handled there by Darrell Evans. And Evans will actually make his first put out of the game, 2 down. Evans hasn't been doing anything at third the whole game. Here's Casher Check. He's 0 for 2. Whitson will deal. Whitson, 7-2. Range play 14. That's a 13, yes. Cash, 5-8. It's a ground ball to third. It's going to be a range play for Darrell Evans. His range is a 4. He'll make it. Nice play by Evans. Picks it up, tosses it over to first, and retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Friars. 3-2 after 6. We go to the 7th. Mura can pitch to one more batter before he tires. This will probably be his last inning. Bill North leads off for the Giants. He's 1 for 3 with a single. They're going to let Mura pitch here unless he gives up a run. Mura, 2-7. It's a blank. North, 3-4. And that's going to be an infield single to short. Ozzie Smith's going to charge it, but he's not going to have a play. North is safe. Second hit of the game for North. And now Mura is tired. He says he can do it. Strain is the next batter. Strain is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Infield set for double play. Mura, good double play. Good double play there. Joy to the World by 3 Dog Night. Great song. Strategy roll. And North gets the jump. 14 plus 1 is 15. And tennis is 0. He had 45 steals. I'm sending him. 1 to 15. North is safe. And he gets in there. So North will go ahead and steal second base. That's the first steal of the game for the Giants. Now that takes away the double play. And that puts a run on second base. Mura is tired. The question is here, do you still let him pitch? I think I'm still going to let him pitch. I mean, I could put Strain on base, but I don't think I want to pitch to Clark. Must be nearing a record for most stolen bases. I don't know how many. I know I've had games where I had a lot of steals. I don't remember. I don't know what the highest most I had. I don't know. North on at second. Strategy roll. That's a 1. He gets the jump to go to third, but he'll stay where he is. Mura at 8-6. And against a righty, that will be an automatic out. That'll be a fly to center field. And that'll be grabbed by Mumphrey for out number 1. Does North take third? 2-5 and advances if he's a 5-7. He does. North's got good speed. He will advance to third. Advances if he's a 5-7, and he is. And North gets the third, and Strain is out. So he moves North over on a fly to center field. And now here's Clark. Clark hit a 3-run bomb his last time up. Infield is in. So the infield in chart will be utilized. North on at third. And yeah, you pitch to him. Mura's going to go ahead and pitch. Bullpen for the Padres is waiting. Mura will go ahead. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Mura will deal. Mura, 4-5. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium. 1-2. That's a fly ball to right field. That's high and deep. Fly out to right. That's going to be out number 2. Clark has a sacrifice fly of 20. So that's an automatic sacrifice fly. North will come and he will score. It's 4-2 in favor of the Giants. Stadium groans. Sacrifice fly for Clark. The batter now is Evans. And even though he has given up the run, the bases are empty, and they're going to let Mura pitch to Evans. Evans is 0 for 2 with a walk. Yep, Clark has all 4 RBIs in this game. 4-2 now, Giants. Mura will deal. Mura, 1-4, wild pitch. It's a blank. Evans, 8-2. That's an infield single. That one is hit to cash. He has no play. Evans is safe at first. Mura trying to get out of this inning. He can't do it. And now here's Murray. Murray is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs, though. Evans does have some stealing ability. He had 17 steals. That is a 2. And he gets the jump. Why not? 15, 0. And tennis is 0. Evans is going to try to steal. A 1 to 15. He is safe. No, he's thrown out at second and the inning is over. Went to the well too many times as Darrell Evans is thrown out at second base trying to get his own steal, but it doesn't work here. But 1 run on 2 hits and a sacrifice fly. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night will be June 29th. It will be the final game for the month of June. We're going to the Kingdome, going to Seattle, Washington. We haven't seen these two teams yet in the second block, and we're going to see the Kansas City Royals taking on the Seattle Mariners. Dennis Leonard will be pitching for the Royals, and Glenn Abbott will be pitching for the Mariners. We haven't seen these two yet in the second block. We will now see them. Probably the last time we'll see the Mariners, and they're pretty much near the bottom. The Royals are running away with the American League West. So that'll be tomorrow night at the Kingdome. The Royals and the Mariners here on the network. The final game for the month of June. Bottom of the 7th here, Giants lead the Padres 4-2. And Whitson can pitch to one more batter before he tires. He will stay out there. Mura coming out of the game, and the Padres are going to the bench. So let's see. Against the righty, 49, 8, 5, and that's it. Coming on to pinch hit for the Padres will be Jerry Turner. 288 average, 3 homers, 18 RBIs, 49 at bats, pinch hits against right-handers. So Jerry Turner will go up against Whitson. Bottom of the 7th, 4-2. Whitson, 7-8. It's a blank. Turner, 4-3. That's a grounder to first base. That'll be an easy play for Murray. And Murray will take it to the bag himself, 1 down. Here's Richards. Richards is 1-for-3 with a single. Whitson is now tired. He says he can do it. Whitson, 2-7, walk. 12 is too high. Richards, a 4-7, and that is a grounder to short. Handled easily by Johnny LeMaster. And over to first it goes. 2 down. And now the Wizard of Oz. And he is 0 for 1, but walked and got hit by a pitch. Whitson deals. Whitson, 2-1. And that's going to be a base hit. Whitson is tired. That's going to be a single. It'll be a single past third, and that'll be it for Whitson. So that'll be a base hit. Smith will get the first on a hit. They wanted Whitson to maybe make it through, but he is now exhausted, and that will take him out of the game. And that means the next pitcher has to go up against Dave Winfield. So let's see who we're going to bring in here. And we got right-left switch. So I think I'm going to bring in a righty. You know, and what are we, in the late innings? So which one are we going to bring in here? Minton is a closer. Griffin only 4. 1. And Minton, I guess it's going to be Minton. Coming on to take over on the mound for the Giants will be Greg Minton. 4 wins, 6 losses, 19 saves, a 2.46 ERA. More of a closer, by utilizing the late innings information. Minton's going to come in to pitch, and this is a big bat. So Whitson leaves with the W. Mura left with the L. So Minton will pitch to Winfield here. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Strategy rolls are still on. Ozzie Smith, he gets the jump. 16-0 and Maya 0. But Smith is not going to go because his run doesn't mean much. He's going to and you don't want to make it out at second base when you got Winfield at the plate. So he's not going. Minton will pitch. Minton, 8-3. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 2-8. And that's going to be a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Strain. Strain's got it, throws to first, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Friars. 4-2 after 7. Minton, by the way, can pitch to 7. On to the 8th. And leading off for the Giants is Rich Murray, who was at the plate when Evans was pretty much caught stealing. Murray is 0 for 2 with a walk. They got 2 righties coming up, 2 righties and a lefty. So let's see who the Padres are going to go with here. And they're going to go, it's not a save situation, so you're not going to bring in Fingers. Coming on to pitch for the Padres will be John DeCisto. 2 wins, 5 losses, 3 saves, a 3.39 ERA in 80. And he will go ahead and pitch. And he can pitch to 8. So John DeCisto will go ahead and pitch here, or Quisto. So top of the 8th, 4-2 Giants. Murray the leadoff batter. DeCisto will pitch. DeCisto, 1-2, strikeout 6, got him. He'll get Murray. DeCisto had 59 Ks in 80. And now here's May. May is 1 for 3 with a single. Pitch for DeCisto. 2-7, strikeout 11. That will be too high. May, 8-1, grounded to first base, handled there by Montanez. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out. And here's Herndon. Herndon 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Pitch from DeCisto. 7-3, that's a blank. Herndon, 3-5, and that's popped up to short. And getting to that is LeMaster. He says he's got it, and he does. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for DeCisto. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Greg Minton will stay on the mound. And Willie Montanez leads off for the Friars. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Giants lead 4-2 in this National League West matchup. Padres only 6 games under 500. They are in last place, but they're only, as I said, they're only 6 games under. Giants are in second, trailing the Astros. Minton, 2-8, wild pitch blank. Montanez, 4-3, and that's a grounder to short, handled there by LeMaster, and he'll throw it over for the out. Here's Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 0 for 3. Minton will go ahead and get it. And 7-7, strikeout, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Mumphrey. That's out number 2. Flannery is next. He'll bat. Flannery is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Minton deals. Minton, 6-6. It's a blank. Flannery, 7-1. That's powered into right field. That's a 12 against a righty. That's going to be a double. That'll bounce off the wall in right field. Clark will get it. He'll throw it in. And now the tying run coming to the plate. That's the third hit of the game for Flannery. And the next batter is Tennis. And Tennis, not really a good hitter here, but he does have home run power. He had 316. He's going to bat. Tennis played in over more than almost 4/5 of the season. He stays. Flannery on at second. 2 outs here. A chance for the Padres. Anything on strategy? The answer is no. Minton will deal. Minton, 8-6. That's a blank. Tennis, 8-3. And he walked him. Tennis draws the walk. It's a straight walk off his card. He had a lot of bases on balls that year. So now the go-ahead run is at the plate in the form of Cash. Cash is 0 for 3. He will bat. Minton not tired yet. He will be soon. Flannery on at second. Tennis on at first. A big chance for the Padres. Strategy. That is a 1. Nothing happening. Flannery stays where he is. Minton will deal. Minton, 5-8. Strikeout. No. Cash. 6-6. And it's a fly to right field. And Jack Clark's going to have room. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. But it remains 4-2 after 8. We go to the 9th. Good matchup here between these two. Johnny LeMaster leads off for the Giants. He is 0 for 3. DeQuisto will stay on the mound. DeQuisto, I think that's how you pronounce his name. 8-4. That's a pitcher result. The 17 against the righty is going to be a blank. LeMaster, 1-4. And that's a base hit. LeMaster will get a single past second. That's an insurance run out there. And on to first he goes. Bring up double play. The next batter is Minton. Minton can pitch to one more batter before he tires. I'm going to check the Giant bullpen. Who else can come in for a save if I yank him out? I got a few. I got some other pitchers that can maybe get a save. Holland or Lavelle. I'm going to take them out. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Minton. And let's see who that's going to be. So you got a righty on the mound. So 9, 30, 18, 8, 35, 0. It's going to be Wolford. Coming on to pinch hit for the Giants is going to be Jim Wolford. He had 35 pinch hits against righties, and he's going to get used. Jim Wolford, 280 average, a homer, 24 RBIs, even though it's not a right on left. That's not bringing in Wolford to bat is not a bad idea. LeMaster on at first. Strategy rolls are off. DeQuisto will pitch. 3-4. Strikeout 6. He got Wolford. And Wolford will go down on strikes. That's the first out. Next batter is North. North is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. LeMaster on at first. DeQuisto, he will pitch. 1-2, strikeout. And called strike 3 on North, and he don't like the call. 14 plus 1 is 15. That is a 15, and North did not like it, and down he goes. 2 men down. Big strikeout for DeQuisto, and now here's Strain. Strain is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. LeMaster on it first. Still 2 outs here. Top of the 9th. DeQuisto will deal. DeQuisto, 1-2, strikeout 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He strikes out the side, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Giants. Strand a big base runner, but they have a 4-2 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We'll see a pinch hitter for DeQuisto. Giants will bring on a pitcher first. And they're probably going to bring on a lefty in this situation. And they're going to go with, coming on to pitch for the Giants to try to get the save will be Al Holland. 5 wins, 3 losses, 7 saves, a 1.75 ERA. That is excellent. Al Holland will try to get the save. And Minton, he gets a hold. Did not give up any runs. We'll see a pinch hitter for DeQuisto. He is done. So let's see who the Padres are going to bring on to bat. And you got a lefty on the mound. And coming on to pinch hit will be Paul. Well, he had the most at bats. Paul Dade against lefties. But he's not really the batter I would really come on to pitch with. I got better batters in the bull. Paul Dade at 8 against him, but Bill Fahey never pinch hit against lefties. Joshua had 4. Rodriguez had none. Bavacqua had 3. And Kendall had 5. Dade has the most? Really? And a 1.89 ERA. He does walk a lot, though. I'm going to take him back. It is the 9th inning, so I can make some decisions. Coming on to pinch hit for the Padres will be Fred Kendall. 292 average, no homers, 2 RBIs. Only played in 19 games, but he does have pinch hits against lefties. Fred Kendall will pinch hit. Bottom of the 9th inning, Al Holland trying to go ahead and get it done here in the bottom of the 9th. Giants lead 4-2. Holland will deal. Holland, 1-7, strikeout, got him. He gets Kendall. Holland will strike him out. Holland had 65 strikeouts that year in 80. And now the batter is Richards. Richards is 1 for 4 with a single. He will bat. Holland against Richards, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Fans here at San Diego Stadium would like to see a hit. Holland, 6-5, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out, 2 down. Holland will strike out Richards, and the last chance for the Padres will be the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith. Smith is 1 for 2, singled, got hit by a pitch and walked. Holland will deal with Smith. Again, the fans on their feet, hoping the Padres can come away with a hit here. Holland gets the sign from May and deals. Holland, 2-2, it's a blank. Smith, 1-5, and it's a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Darrell Evans. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. Giants will go ahead and win it tonight over the Padres, 4-2. Stadium groans. Nothing across for the Padres as the Giants will go ahead and get the win tonight. A 4-2 win with all 4 RBIs done by Jack Clark. A 3-run bomb and a sacrifice fly. And he gets the player of the game, obviously. The Giants will go to 39-30. The Padres drop to 32-39. Final line score coming up. For the Giants, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Padres, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Ed Whitson. He'll wind up with the win. Steve Mura the loss. Minton does get a hold, and Al Holland will pick up the save. So a nice win here for the Giants, and they'll take it here and try to keep on getting closer to the Astros. We're still not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Well, that was a good one. Finally, a bit of a relaxing game there, wouldn't you say? A little relaxing. A good amount of excitement, but not too much. Not like last night's Red Sox-Yankees game. Those games wear me out. Games like last night's Red Sox-Yankees game wear me out. They really do. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. The Giants will get a 4-2 victory over the Padres. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. June 26th, Toronto at Baltimore. Blue Jays, 2:26, that is 2. Orioles, 11:44, that's 5. White Sox and the Angels. White Sox, 6:62, that's 6. Angels, 10:64, that's 8. A win for the Halos. Mariners and the Rangers. Mariners, 5:56, 5 runs. Rangers, 10:46, that's also 5 runs, and they're going to extras. Mariners roll a 2, -1 is 1. Rangers roll a 3, -2 is 1. It's a tie, which means the Rangers win. Mets and the Cubs. Can my Mets get a win? Mets, 1836, and that's 5, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Cubs, 763, and that is 7. And my Mets continue to stink. Montreal and Philadelphia. Expos, 1866, that's 12. Phillies, 661, that is 6, and the Expos will win. June 27th, Baltimore at Boston. Orioles, 1762, that's 8. Red Sox, 1035, and that's 4. Milwaukee at California. Brewers, 2136, that will be 6 runs. Angels, 952, that's 5 runs, a win for the Brew Crew. Indians and the Yankees. Indians, 235, that's 3. Yankees, 1726, and that's 4, win for the Yanks. White Sox and the A's. White Sox, -535, that's only 2. Athletics, 654, and that's 5 for them. Kansas City at Seattle. Royals, 1431, it's 4. Mariners, 544, that is also 4, and they're going to extras. Royals roll a 5, +1 is 6. Mariners roll a 3, -1 is 2. It's a win for the Royals. Minnesota at Texas. Twins, 756, that is 6. Rangers, 1462, that's 8. Get that win. Detroit at Toronto. Tigers, 2125, that's 4. Blue Jays, 754, that is 5. That's a win for the Bluebirds. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals, 1353, that's 6. Cubs, 646, that's 4, and that's a win for the Redbirds. Reds and the Astros. The Reds have now gotten themselves only 3 games under 500. They're making a comeback. Reds, 946, and that is 5. Astros, 355, that is also 5, and they're going to extras. Reds roll a 1, +1 is 2. Astros roll a 6, +2 is 8, and that win goes to the Stros. Pirates and the Expos. Should have kept my mouth shut for the Reds. Pirates, 415, that's 1. Expos, 1034, that is 4, a win for the Spos. Mets and the Phillies. Can my Mets get a win? Mets, -246, that's 3. Phillies, 1626, and that's 4, and my Mets stink. Braves and the Padres, but then again, they did in 1980. Braves, 746, that's 5. Padres, 726, that's 3. Dodgers and the Giants, big series there. Dodgers, 323, 2 runs. Giants, -214, 0. That's a win for the Dodgers. June 28th, Baltimore at Boston. Orioles, 1853, and that will be 7. Red Sox, 722, that is 2. O's win. Milwaukee at the Angels. Brewers 18-62. That's 8 runs. Angels 10-13. That's 1 run. Cleveland and the Yankees. Cleveland 7-34. That's 3. Yankees 19-34. That's 5. White Sox at Oakland. White Sox 0-36. That is 3. Athletics 18-32. And that'll be 5. Win for the A's. Royals and the Mariners. We have these two tomorrow night. Royals 18-35. And that's 5. Mariners 0-26. That's 2. Another win for the Royals. They're running away with the American League West. Minnesota at the Rangers. Twins 20-63. And that will be 9. Rangers 11-66. That is 10. That's the only way they could have beaten them, and they'll get the win. Detroit at Toronto. Tigers 25-63, and that'll be 10. Blue Jays 6-26. That'll be 3. A win for the Cats. Cardinals and the Cubs in a doubleheader. Game 1. Cardinals 11-23. That's 3. Cubs 8-22. That's 2. Cardinals win the first. Cardinals 16-12, and that's 1. Cubs 16-42, and that's 5. They will split the twin bill. Reds and the Astros. Reds 1-42, and that's 3. Astros 4-45, and that is 4. A win for the Stros. Pirates and the Expos. Pirates 9-45, that's 5. Expos 7-41, and that's 4. And raise the Jolly Roger. Mets and the Phillies in a doubleheader. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 6-16, that's 1. Phillies 13-63, and that is 8. Phillies win the first. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 9-51, and that is 5. Phillies 12-63, and that is 8. And my Mets lose both. They suck. Braves and the Padres in a doubleheader. Braves 5-36, that is 3. Padres 3-55, that will be 5. The Padres win the first. Braves 16-22, and that's 3. Padres 3-45, and that's 4. The Padres win both. Those are 2 bad losses for Atlanta. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 11-26, that is 3. Giants 7-25, that is 3. And they're going to extras. Dodgers roll a 3 plus 0. Giants roll a 6 plus 1 is 7. And that will be a win for the G-Men. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 29th, the final game for the month of June. The Kansas City Royals will take on the Seattle Mariners. Dennis Leonard for the Royals, Glenn Abbott for the Mariners. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Giants go ahead and put the Friars back into the monastery. The Giants win it tonight, 4-2. See you guys tomorrow.